Plymouth Whitemarsh High School graduate Janis Keown Blackburn always had an idea of what she wanted to be.
When I was 2 or 3, maybe 4 years old, I would always go outside and look at airplanes when they passed over, and I always wanted to be up there.
At a time when women could only fly commercially as flight attendants, Janis Keown Blackburn wanted to be a pilot. So she earned her pilot's license, taught flying lessons, and applied for several years until the glass ceiling finally cracked in the late 1970s and the commercial airlines began hiring female pilots.
My first jet that I flew was with Sun Country Airlines out in Minnesota, and I was their first and at that time only female pilot that was there, to the point where they sent me to a tailor to have my uniform. She had to do the uniform, and the only restriction was it had to be the same material that they used for the guys.
In her 35-plus year career as a pilot, Janis Keown Blackburn was also the first woman to crew the A300 aircraft and the first female captain at Kiwi Airlines. Gradually, things changed as more women entered aviation.
Some of the fun things, I've flown with an all-female crew several times, and what was even more fun than that, there were several times I flew where both pilots were women and all of my flight attendants were male.
I think her courage is to be commended, because at a time when many women would be hesitant to go into the profession of aviator, pilot, she took, the bull by the horns and said, I'm going to do this.
If when boarding or getting off an airplane, travelers, especially children, looked into the cockpit, Janis Keown Blackburn would often invite them in and show them the controls. Her dedication to encouraging children's interest in flying led her to write a book titled Teddy the Airplane.
I read it in a first grade class, and a little girl said, I didn't know girls could fly airplanes. So that was thrilling to hear a little girl say that and to learn something that day.
After retiring from Spirit Airlines in 2013, Janis Keown Blackburn returned to teaching through the Monmouth Area Flying Club at the Lakewood Airport in New Jersey.
Teaching is a lot of fun. It's most of the people that want to learn really want to learn, and they're excited about it, so it's exciting to teach them.
She's super sweet and she's funny too. And it's also kind of cool that she's a woman, because I just feel like pilots, it's always so male dominated. So it's just really nice to know that someone else has the same interests as you, or has flown commercially for so long. So it was cool.
Back on land, Janis Keown Blackburn is also a popular civil servant and volunteer in her community of Belmar, New Jersey.
I wouldn't know where to begin. She's done so much. Just showing up at things. Many people will say, oh, I'll be there, and then you never see them again. And Janis always shows up. And to me, that is the most important thing.
She's also quick to lend a hand to support a number of nonprofit organizations in the area. Janis Keown Blackburn has also officially served on Belmar's Environmental Commission, the Housing Commission, and was elected to the Borough Council in 2012, where among other things she helped to rebuild the town's boardwalk after Superstorm Sandy. She believes that everyone should volunteer as part of their community.
Oh, it always makes you feel good, no matter what it is. You're helping people, you're meeting people, you're learning some things that you didn't know before. So it's a win-win situation, I think.
Janis Keown Blackburn's dedication to community was already a part of her character when she was a student at Plymouth Whitemarsh High School, being an active member of PW's Future Business Leaders of America and helping to run the school store, as well as volunteering with the Lincoln Fire Company Auxiliary. But it was Mrs. Young, a gym teacher at PW, who gave Janis Keown Blackburn a mantra that has stuck with her through her career as a pilot and in her volunteer activities.
I hated gym class, hated it. But we had a gym teacher, and she said to us, I will never ask you to do something that I'm not willing to do first. And to this day, I will never ask a student to do something that I'm not willing to do, or anywhere else. When I was with the airlines, the flight attendants have to kind of straighten up the cabin. Once I finished my stuff in the cockpit, I would go back and help them clean up the cabin if there was time. And it was just because I did not want my crew to do something that I was not willing to do.
Whether serving as a pioneer for women in aviation or serving her neighbors as a volunteer in Belmar, Janis Keown Blackburn continues to inspire others to follow their passions.